This allegation, if true, should lead either to the impeachment or immediate resignation of Joe Biden. We believe that Joe Biden has been blackmailed by this for years, which would explain why he acts the way he does. Ukraine has tapes of Joe Biden. Ukraine has tapes of Hunter Biden. The highly credible FBI informant says that the Burisma executive who allegedly bribed Joe Biden $5 million to fire the prosecutor has audio recordings of Joe and of Hunter. These audio recordings were kept as an insurance policy in case the Burisma executive got cornered.
The 1023 produced to the House committees redacted reference that the foreign national who allegedly bribed Joe and Hunter Biden allegedly has audio recordings of his conversation with them. 17.
Why would the FBI redact that a Burisma executive has Joe Biden and Hunter Biden on tape? Well, they're either covering up for Joe Biden for political reasons or they're blackmailing Joe Biden. Senator Chuck Grassley continues to detail this explosive development. Listen.
The foreign national possesses 15 audio recordings of phone calls between him and Hunter Biden. The foreign national possesses 2 audio recordings of phone calls between him and then Vice President Joe Biden. These recordings were allegedly kept as a sort of insurance policy for the foreign national in case that he got into a tight spot.
These tapes, if they exist, should immediately make Kamala Harris the Democratic nominee for president. There is no way Joe Biden can continue his candidacy or presidency once these tapes are released. In addition, Grassley says Joe Biden was instrumental in getting Hunter the job at Burisma.
The 1023 also indicates that then Vice President Joe Biden may have been involved in Burisma employing Hunter Biden.
These revelations, if verified, prove Joe Biden's lied repeatedly to the American people and to the American press. Joe Biden has repeatedly stated that he has no idea what his son was doing in Ukraine. He had no idea what his son did for a living, and he never talked to his son about business, and that he never dealt directly with Burisma or fired the prosecutor investigating Burisma for $5 million. Remember, Donald Trump was impeached for zeroing in on this scandal, and we're now learning that Donald Trump may have been right the whole time, and that Joe Biden and the media and the FBI sat back and watched Donald Trump get impeached for fingering a guilty man, for putting his finger on the disgusting corruption that the Biden family was involved in when he was vice president. And isn't it amazing that years after these tapes were made, Ukraine is at war on Joe Biden's watch, and billions of dollars are pouring from our treasury into Ukraine unaccounted for? When Donald Trump's phone call with the Ukrainian president blew up, what did you hear from the left? Release the transcript. Well, now primetime is calling on the Biden administration, the FBI, and the Department of Justice, release the tapes. Isn't it interesting that the Department of Justice leaked Donald Trump on tape talking about a document he had, but they sit on 17 tapes of Joe and Hunter wheeling and dealing with a corrupt Burisma executive in Ukraine, which has been at the center of an impeachment and at the center of American defense policy? Is the cover-up about money? Is it about power? Or is it about the war in Ukraine? Every Republican politician should be demanding, during any interview, release the tapes before this evidence is destroyed in a war or stuffed in a locker with a transgender shooter manifesto.